Talk to us about, Mike, what attracted you first and foremost? Why bring the capital to this ecosystem?
Hi, Caroline. Thanks for having us on, and welcome to Idaho. Our first fund was actually in Seattle, and we were geographically agnostic. We invested really across the country. And one of the things that we noticed in investing in big major tech hubs was it started to become a bit cost prohibitive. And so we started exploring some of the Mountain West cities, and we started in Boise and Idaho, and quite frankly, never left. We really found the strength of the region was really the intellectual capital that was already here. And there was almost an underground railroad of sorts of folks that were commuting from Silicon Valley, but living here in Idaho. And so the combination of that, and then if you do any sort of analysis of what created tech hubs in the past, the HPs of the world created Silicon Valley, Microsoft helped create the tech ecosystem in Seattle, Dell in Austin, and so on and so forth. And we have Micron right here in Idaho. And so that was one of the important characteristics for us to come. And then lastly, with Governor Little's leadership, it really provided a great and stable business environment for us to come and build companies. And when you're in venture, you need to think 10 and 20 years out.
So talk to us about, 2 funds, 23 investments, if that's still up to date. What sort of companies are being built here that really stand head and shoulders above the rest?
Yeah, so we focus on, our focus is in getting companies from commercialization funded through healthy Series A and Series B investments. And so if you can do that, then you have a really good chance for success for our entrepreneurs. And so really kind of the same companies that you're seeing in other large established tech ecosystems can be built right here in Idaho, from cybersecurity companies like Plextrack, for example, that just raised a $70 million round led by Insight Partners out of New York, all the way to fintech companies, AI auto finance companies, kind of the same broad swath that you'll find in bigger tech ecosystems. Entrepreneurs are either here and want to start those companies, or are reaching out and are willing to move here to start their company. So it's really an exciting time for Idaho.
And is the tech talent coming here? Is it being bred here? Because there's a lot of academia right here in Boise.
Yeah, it's really a combination of both. We came here in 2018, and we were just impressed with the folks that were already here. We certainly could not have predicted the pandemic, but that certainly has helped. I like to say that Idaho used to be a flyover state. I think it's now a fly-to state. We've had entrepreneurs that have moved here and are thriving here, and it's a great combination of finding intellectual capital and an affordable place to be able to grow your business.
Mike, talk to us about the affordability, because as we've seen with COVID, suddenly places like Austin, like Boise are, becoming more expensive. Does that at any point become a hindrance, or for now is it okay?
Yeah, look, it's caught up over the last 24 months. I think that the delta change from Salt Lake, San Francisco, Seattle to Boise has changed. I mean, real estate's been as hot here as anywhere in the country. But on a relative standpoint, your day-to-day living and what it takes to start a business and grow a business, it's still very advantageous to be here. And it's not just a cost arbitrage in why you should start your company in Idaho. It's about, you're providing a great place for employees to be able to have a nice work-life balance. And we really view Idaho as kind of being an intersection in between, geographically in between the Pacific Northwest, Silicon Valley, and the rest of the Mountain West. It's a 30-minute flight to Salt Lake. It's an hour and a half to San Francisco and an hour to Seattle. So we see the growth here just accelerating. So it's not just a overall cost arbitrage.
What do you think about now more VC coming as well? You've got the startups. Is more venture capital going to be bred here too?
Yeah, we're hoping so. We've said that if we're the only ones here, 10 years from now, we haven't done our job. So, we have a very specific strategy where we invest in by practitioner for practitioner entrepreneurs. And so, we definitely need more to continue to build the ecosystem here. And look, we think that that's happening. When you see Andreessen Horowitz, when you see Bessemer, when you see Insight Partners, when you see Madrona coming here and writing sizable checks in the region, that really helps get the flywheel going, and not only for the entrepreneurs but for other VCs. So we're hoping that we have more competition here really soon, and we think that that's coming.